is to expect to get a fair shake, but they won't let you forget that you're the underdog and you got to be twice as good. Even if you never rise, they get uptight when you got to.
Right now we're here at March to Battle, you know what I'm saying? We're checking out 3-on-3 battle. It's dope. All the b-boys are bringing it, so it's all good.
All b-boys and all b-girls.
aka B-Boy Zyclo from Funk Roots Crew.
Yo, what's up? My name's Jesse Castillo, aka B-Boy Reflex Gotanko from Solstice Crew.
I'm B-Boy Tolo from Funk Roots Crew, Only Mighty One, $1.50.
What's up? I'm Kix Mendiola, aka B-Boy Kix. I'm representing Filipino All-Stars and Flow Soldier.
I've been breaking in general for nearly 5 to 6 years. Solid or just straight b-boying, just 1 to 2 years because I had school as well as injuries.
I've been breakdancing since like 2005, but I just took it seriously and actually been b-boying since 2007. So that's like I've been breakdancing for 5 years, but really seriously b-boying for 3.
Wait, let me count. 13 years. Started since I was 6.
I've been b-boying since high school. I can't really remember when I started, pero since high school.
I started breakdancing because of Michael Jackson, and he was my inspiration, seriously. But for the genre of breakdancing, it was because I wanted to find myself. I was more of the outcast, and I believe the genre of b-boying brought up my personality, and you know, it just made me as I am now.
Oh, see, back in 2004, 2005, I got back into street dancing because you got served, you know. Because yeah, I've been dancing since I was a kid, but then only got into street dancing in formal lessons because of You Got Served. Because I was like, man, those guys are hella dope, you know, doing street dance moves and all that. And then I got introduced to tricks, you know, the handstand freezes, you know, floor moves and stuff. So I kind of got into it, and I was so interested because it was just like so many various different kinds of moves that you can come up with. That's when I started learning how to b-boy, how to break dance.
First of all, when I started from this, yung tito ko went home. He went home with a videotape of b-boys from Germany, and then he showed it to me. Sabi ko, watch this video. I said, okay. I thought headspin, windmills, everything. So pagkatapos ng video, tumingin sa kanya. So did a headspin. That's the start.
It was more on influensya sa TV. I remember watching what movie is it? Street Beat when I was young. Tapos nung nakita ko yung movie na yun, I got so into breakdancing after that.
Here in the community, Philippines, it's growing dramatically, and I can see like the styles changing. Back then, when I first arrived 3 years ago, they were just more concentrated on like Korean style, Korean b-boys, like puro power moves, and now I can see they adapted to so much style and flavor, and I'm really proud of them.
Here in the Philippines, it's a community of b-boys. No, I'm just playing. Here in the Philippines, the b-boy community, I can say for sure, these past 2 years, it's been growing a lot. It's been around since like, J-Master, one of the pioneers, he's been around since 1983, because he's been breaking here. But then, you know, the community only existed during the mid 90s, and then it was a slow developing community because most of the b-boys just actually concentrated on all the tricks and all the dynamic moves without really knowing the foundation and philosophy of actually dancing or b-boying, because it is a dance, you know, it is an art form. So right now, the community, we're actually uniting, and like there are more groups that are getting bonded together, and then everyone knows everybody. The community's getting filled with more love instead of hate, because back then it was a lot of people had beef, you know, just because of results of some battles, or basically just how other people would b-boy, you know. There was a less respect back then, but now, you know, because of the influence of foreign b-boys like Dizzy or Natron or Profil One or even Mouse, you know, people are actually turning around, and then the community's it's growing a lot, and then I think in the future the b-boy community here in the Philippines, we're actually gonna take that big step towards the world stage, where we're gonna be recognized worldwide sooner or later.
It's not yet good. Talaga not good. Two more years or 3. Yung b-boys individually, okay siya. Okay na, it's getting high, pero walang unity. Well, there's no unity. What else? First of all, we don't have a DJ. Kasi paano magiging okay kung walang break DJs, walang peace, and walang love. Pero we're getting there.
It's getting bigger. It's slowly getting there, but the skills I could honestly say it's there already. Pero yung community, palaki pa lang siya. Parang there's still more to come.
For the foreigners, foreign b-boys, international b-boys, Natron, Profile 1, Dizzy, LT from Minds of Zion, and I believe those are the only four that I encountered here in the Philippines that made up or brought more information, they were just more informative with the b-boy scene and try and make the scene in the Philippines better. They're really all down to earth. Majority of them are Filipino except for LT. I think he's a different nationality. And they can basically adjust to us, and I think their only issue is speaking Tagalog. But other than that, they're really cool b-boys, and they gave us so much knowledge and teachings, and I thank them for doing that.
The cool thing about the b-boy community, even wherever, even Korea or in America, France, or here in the Philippines, like generally, it's people are just really diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like their personalities translate to how they b-boy. So that kind of gets mixed up with everyone else in the community. So everyone's just, right now here in the Philippines, everyone's just sharing their own style. Everyone's getting bonded, and everyone's just influencing each other. Giving props to each other. Right now, before it wasn't like that, but right now it's getting a lot better. And people are, if I would describe people here in the Philippines, everybody's really trying to bring the Filipino culture into b-boying, because that's what we're supposed to do, like Korea brought their culture of discipline and bringing honor to their country into their style of b-boying, and France brought their super character and flavor kind of personalities, and translate that into their breaking. So does the US, where they're really full of swagger and intensity. Same thing with Japan with their creativity and how their love for anime, and the same. It actually does translate on the floor. Same thing here in the Philippines. Like people are actually trying to bring the culture, the Filipino culture and Philippine essence into the b-boying scene.
Gangster, man! You have to be gangster! No, totoo, you have to be gangster, seniority. Ano pa ba? Siyempre mabait, pero pag sa floor na, to be gangster. Gangster, that's all. Yeah, it has to be like hard on the floor. Yeah, dapat talagang reach out. You have to reach out to every b-boy. So, kaya parang
Very passionate yung mga b-boys dito. Tapos they're all on fire. Yung mga way ng pag-battle ng mga Filipinos, as I observe, compare sa mga kapag sa ibang bansa, mas intense tayo. Mas galit, mas passionate talaga, sobra. Kaya I really admire that style, and even a lot of countries, when they see Filipinos battle, nakikita nila yung puso talaga ng mga Filipino.
I want to be a part of the community because also to build my skill and as well as share the talent being for the ones that are still newcomers. Syempre, I like to go all around whether I'm known or not. I just like to share the talent as it is.
I wanted to be a part of the community because firstly, like, b-boying isn't a solo thing. It's something that you use to help others and also help yourself. It's like it's a give and take kind of thing. Like you can't really b-boy alone and survive, and then that's a general thing. But for me, I stay in the community because just like all the other arts, like you would want to be surrounded by people who actually share your passion and who think that what you do could actually be a profession and a career, which you can, because I believe the arts here in the Philippines, it's about time that we should get recognized and we could actually rise in our society. Like we need those to live, businesses or most of the other professions, like we need those to live. But then art, the art is what we live for. You know what I'm saying? So quote me on that.
Nice.
B-boy reflex saying that.
Yeah.
And I'm a part of the community also because being a part of this growing community here in the Philippines, it actually gives you exposure to international communities. And since everyone's trying to get out, get out of the country, be international, and yeah, everyone's trying to bring b-boying to a higher level. So yeah, you can't do it alone.
Chicks! No, bakit ako napunta dito? Because I was born for it. You know what I mean? I'm the b-boy. Why? Bakit? I wanna help out. Kasi parang out of the country, no? I went out, parang di nila na the b-boys sa Philippines. I introduced myself, I'm from Tolo, from the Philippines. Oh, you're from Philippines? There's the b-boy there. Yeah, there is, come by. Dressing up. Kasi pag may dyan, dress up. What else? Talking to each other. Battles. Chilling lang. And get to know every b-boy. Yeah.
First of all, it's a healthy way of living your life. You have, you get to express yourself. You get to get the kids off the like drugs and all that stuff, yung mga tambay, and put them on the dance floor. Just dance. Kasi it's free, diba? It's the best way to exercise too.
Other than building friendship with other b-boys in all different cities in the Philippines, I think just the love and passion, and also us all b-boys and b-girls coming together, just displaying our talents out there in the community.
I get a lot of girls because they just like me breaking, you know what I'm saying? And they can't help themselves. No, I'm kidding. Well, just like what I said a while ago, when you're part of a community, you're part of a group where you're surrounded by people who share your passion. So they actually do help you level up on your skill, your belief, your philosophies on b-boying, and that actually they transcend to who you are as a person. Because if what you do is actually your passion, then it's going to carry out towards your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And being part of the community again helps me expand my horizons, because it's like opening doors to more opportunities abroad, or meeting new b-boys, sharing these different things, and b-girls as well, and girls, and I'm just playing. And it's just a really community thing.
First thing sa personality ko, nung nagsimula ako ng b-boy. Pero before ako mag-b-boy, I was too shy to talk to kahit kanino. Parang ganyan lang ako. Kasi hindi ako mag-salta. Mag-hi ka lang sa akin. Ay, ganun. Tapos nung naging na-love ako sa b-boy, parang I gain confidence. Yun, dati nga pag interview mo, I won't speak.
Yes.
Kasi parang yung b-boying is like a self-empowerment. Parang pag nandun ka, parang bigla ka na transform to a different person. Fire and heart. Kasi lahat ng b-boy dito, there's heart in them. Kaya parang when you see them dance, iba talaga pag may puso. Yun. So I gain fire in my heart.
The community inspires me. It inspires me a lot with my everyday training, with my everyday performances. Kapag nakita ko ng yung mga b-boys na striving to get there, so helps me push myself more.
I consider the b-boy community here in the Philippines as an underground community. I think it's pretty. It's not closed, that's for sure. It's an open community for anybody. But the reason why we're underground is because for some reason, b-boying itself has always been an underground community, because its essence, or where it started, its roots were originally underground. You know, in New York, with gangs, or with people wanted to create house parties, like, you know, DJ Cool Herc, he gathered everybody. It's definitely not a commercial thing or something that's being promoted a lot by the media here in the Philippines because like again, like what I said a while ago, like the community is still growing. However, in other countries, like for example Korea, it's both an underground and actually a mainstream thing because like their culture, as long as you give honor and pride to your country, you know, like they're gonna really support you whatever you're doing. Here in the Philippines, like sadly, well, first of all, we're not yet able to actually step on that world stage yet. But it's happening slowly. Like All Stars, their Kix's group is they just came back from Taiwan. Tolo came back from Taiwan. Solstice is going to Korea.
Yeah.
You know, but like we have yet to prove ourselves to the public. We have already proven ourselves to the community and to everybody who actually knows what b-boying is. You know, like everyone who understands. But for the common person who isn't really into the hip hop culture, much more of the b-boy culture, you know, people who don't get it, it would take time for them to actually, you know, actually understand what we're doing and for them to be able to promote it as a commercial thing. Although right now breakdancing is getting popular commercially, but the problem is it's the only things that are being highlighted are the dynamic moves. The things that make people go like, wow, you know, the athletic abilities of the b-boys, instead of the artistic and the dance aspect of it. But sooner or later, hopefully, when the community develops a lot, which it is, you know, like we'd be able to bring the authentic b-boying and the real essence of it to TV, to television, to the entire media, to the world stage. You know, and people will be like, man, Philippine b-boying is dope. It's gonna be mainstream. People are gonna support us. The government's gonna support us more, and because we're gonna bring, you know, pride and honor also to our country, the Philippines, and we're gonna get recognized sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want it somewhere underground siya. I want to keep it underground.
You want to keep it underground? Why?
Because parang mawala yung essence and rawness ng hip-hop and the b-boy. Kasi parang kung magiging mainstream siya, like parang, we just see them on TV, we just see them on TV. Pero pag when you go deeper in it, like raw dog shit, parang iba pala sa, it's like intimate. Parang pag underground siya, it's more intimate. Hindi yung parang mag-show ka lang. Pero pag more underground, like everyone's in it.
Yes.
Do you want to keep it that way?
Yes. It's mas fresh. That's my term. Mas fresh pa. Mas masarap siyang kapag underground. Rather than it's commercial, where inahaluan siya ng mga politics, tapos there's gonna be competitions na yung mga judges, hindi sila legit. Ganun na kasi kapag nasa entertainment business na eh. Like you would have a dance competition, tapos ang judges singers or actress, di ba? Unlike if it's underground, kapag may nakita kang judge na hindi b-boy, you can straight out tell him, wala namang camera eh, diba? Ba't ka mag-judge? Hindi ka naman b-boy ah. O tsaka mahihiya sila. Di ba? Walang pride. Mahihiya sila na mag-judge. Kung wala silang kakayanan.